then what are you really giving? What are you really representing to the people? You know, if you have to be on, I like to say you have to be on all the time, like camera, action, you're acting. You have to be pitching who you are instead of just being who you are. So I just love that you're sharing that with us today. And you know what? I'm looking at a quote by the awesome Dr. Renee Sunday, you all, and I have to share it with you because it's so inspirational. It says, don't be so loyal to the dreams of others that you're disloyal to yours. Wait a minute, go say it again. Don't be so loyal to the dreams of others that you're disloyal to yours. Dr. Renee Sunday, can I tell you something? When I saw that quote, I wanted to throw my phone down and run down the street. It is so inspirational. It is so impactful. If we just marinate in that, is so many people that are disloyal to themselves, and you know, it can create something and build something on the inside and do irreparable damage to us at a soulish level when you're disloyal to whom you created to be, and then thereby creating us to be walking disobedience to what our Father's mandate is for our lives. So I just have to say that is such an inspirational, impactful quote that has already resonated in my spirit. And with that inspiration, you have been an ark of inspiration. Who, Dr. Renee Sunday, has inspired you, woman of God?
Oh, wow. It's so many, but I have to, first of all, you know, of course, hey, Jesus, because, Lord, that's what we're supposed to be doing. But actually, my mom and dad, my parents, gratefully, thank God that they still running around and having enjoying life. My dad's 85, going on 85. He said, make sure I get that right. And my mom is 78. But they were actually part of the civil rights. If you know that I am from Birmingham, Alabama, you hear that southern twang. My dad was actually part of the different marches that Dr. Martin King and all the amazing pioneers. And my dad was baptized at the Pettus Bridge. And most people will remember that in the Selma movie. That's the bridge that they walked across. My dad was baptized there. Isn't that amazing? And then also my mom, she had to walk 2 or 3 miles to school and to work because they didn't want to, you know, actually ride the bus when they had the bus cart. You know, so it's so amazing. I have so much rich history, even in my own family, that I just really just blossom from, and that's how I get the voice and I get this type of thing. But also I have to bring in, of course, Bishop Jakes. I have to bring in Susan Orman and Oprah Winfrey. People call me the little Oprah Winfrey and those type of things. But the key is I just love being in their presence. I love learning from them. And the things that I learned, God puts revelation in me that I actually can change my circle where I am.
Wow. That's powerful, Dr. Renee. That's so powerful.
That truly is, Dr. Sunday. And what you shared about your inspirational role models is incredible. And those type of individuals of stature truly should be carved in stone so the life legacy of servant leadership and sacrifice might never be lost to mankind. And also what you shared about branding. We are a brand, and you are so very right about that. But when it deals with branding and branding techniques and tactics and strategies, we have to remain consistent. Consistency is the key. But even in this fast-changing world of marketing, we have to be consistent, we have to remain flexible, and we have to have a well-defined brand strategy that we execute to be able to enhance our brand. But the key is consistency. And so many businesses tend to put the cart before the horse, and you have to focus on your strategy and your tactics for your branding and by getting it out there. And even when it seems like people are not paying attention to your brand, the key, again, is consistency. And so what you share with us today is truly profound. It's truly profoundly simple, but simply profound of leaving a lasting impression in the hearts and minds of our target audience. which leads me to the next question. What are the root cause of limited patterns of thought that impact effective entrepreneur and solution-based personal and business outcomes?
Now that's a deep one, but it kind of stems from what we were discussing a little bit before. The thing people don't realize, I have to bring my anesthesia field in. Our brain is actually pretty much, it's so amazing. There's so many, reactions, so many hormones. There's so many things that's going on in our brain. If we're not having the right thoughts, and I tell people, I give people, my clients, and, when I speak in media, so many tools and strategies. But if you don't have the right mindset, if you don't believe inside that you actually can do it, if you letting that stuff that happened, and I'm not belittling it, of course. I went through the bullying. I went through the self-esteem. I went through, what it is, finding love in the wrong place, those kind of things. I've done that. The thing is, we can't let that thought, because whatever you're thinking, guess what? You're going to actually continue to meditate on that, and before you know it, it's in your heart, and guess what? You're going to walk out what you just think and what's in your heart. So don't have that limiting belief that you can't do it. And I love social media. Of course, I love it. But let me tell you what social media has opened for so many people. It has increased the risk of having depression. It has increased the risk of anxiety. Because guess what? We're comparing ourselves. And we should never, 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 never do that, because my DNA is not like your DNA. So we have to pass through that limited belief. If you believe it, guess what? Get the right people around you and really do that, because people say that all the time. Really, it may just be one person, okay? But when you get that down, you can literally, and I'm really saying this with all my heart and soul, that you can change the world. And I always tell people the power of one. The power of one. Within 24 hours myself, I'm talking to the president of TSA in Washington, D.C., the power of one, okay? So you have to believe you can do it. So that limited belief, get it out the way, because you can actually change the world, one person at a time.
That's quite deep, Dr. Sunday, what you're sharing with us about limiting beliefs. We also been talking a lot about fear, how fear immobilizes us and how fear paralyzes us. But having those limiting beliefs, and you talk about self-esteem as well, and we have to avoid this negative self-talk that we have to ourselves, and the voice that we're internalizing, And so we have to change our mindset. We have to learn to apply and change our self-talk of what we're saying in our language sometimes. And we have to create new habits that will support a positive mindset. And a lot of times we have to just jump out of our comfort zone, because sometimes people are so comfortable with the self-talk of negativity. But you are showing us that we have to be mindful of what we think as well as what we speak. And so this is the sum of the knowledge that you're sharing with us today, that includes our beliefs, our thoughts about the world, about the people around us, and about ourselves as well. Yes, and so we have to internalize even the information that we're receiving, even on social media. And so, yes, you are so right what you share about social media, so people could be mindful of that not to compare themselves. Have your own type of collage, your own type of visualization, how you want your own life to be. Yeah, and sometimes they get caught up in what they see on social media. A lot of times, 80% of it may not even be true. Yeah, so we have to be positive and mindful of that. So, yes, we are definitely taking notes. And this message is going to change someone's life, because by them hearing this, it's going to change their mindset. And this is our purpose, to emancipate the minds of the people so they can think on the right things that they're supposed to think of, so they can allow that quality of life that they so rightfully deserve. So, Dr. Sunday, you are a very successful entrepreneur, and you are a media mogul, grief counselor, minister, and author. You have helped people overcome grief and adversity in life to achieve personal and professional growth and success. And I'm aware that you're a committed-minded, professional, performance-driven, extremely energetic woman of God, producing your own unique work. And you have such a compelling vision. What is your compelling vision of how to develop leadership strategies?
Now that's great, Tammy. You and Candace on it. You know, this is an on-time word, as we say. Recently, God has really revealed, if you will, an extra level of my mandate. And I wonder why, and this is very transparent, I wonder why last year that I was going through warfare, that I had to do, as the old people say, you have to tarry in the spirit. And what that means is real quickly, meaning that time you get through one thing, it's something else. And then you got to really pray and fast and say, okay, Lord, what's really going on, okay? So somebody can relate to that right now while we talking, okay? But I actually realized when I went from 6 figures to zero in one day, when I grew up in poverty, when I had all these self-doubt, and I had to deal with my own personal development and still keep moving on. So God has recently revealed to me that my compelling, I love the word to use, vision, is I need to help the people that's in a valley. And so many people out there know they have that greatness inside. They know they want an opportunity. But guess what? The money is not there. Or they answer, and forgive me, but this is what we used to say, fake it till we make it. That's not working. So my new, if you will, compelling vision that God has revealed to me now is I really need to help the people that's in a quote-unquote valley. They know they got it going on, but they haven't got the opportunity. They haven't had the opportunity to be on certain media. They haven't had the opportunity to write a book. They haven't had the opportunity to just share their voice. And that's what I have been called to, and I just realized, I have to be honest, Candace and Tammy, God revealed this recently to me, to help the people in the valley, because so many people are in a valley right now. They want that opportunity, but they don't have the funds. They want the opportunity, but they don't have the relationship with X, Y, Z. So that's my new thing that God has actually gave me the light of, because that's what I'm called to help other people move forward. And let them, and be that leader that I can give them strategies, tools, and things they need to do to make it happen.
That is beautifully said, Dr. Sunday. Truly it is. And we can't never lose sight. And even when people feel like they engage in spiritual warfare and how the enemy tries to seek to derail us, and they're beset with these constellational and hostile thoughts, you are showing us how to remain positive through this whole situation, even as being an author that you are, Dr. Sunday. Your writing is another piece and another way of gaining a piece of immortality on this earthly plane. So your words will always be out there, those positive words, and you have truly gained from the pain, and through pain there's purpose. So even in your profession, for so many years, you always have to deal with people, being a people person, and be able to relate to them and have that personality that people feel comfortable, even in the medical field, even being in the medical industry, as an entrepreneur, as an author, as a host of Good Deeds radio show. So that's showing people that they can trust you with what you say and you put out there, because you want the best for people. And so I tell people, when they feel like they're stuck and they don't know what direction to go in, know that God's grace is sufficient for thee. God's grace will allow you to make it today. And you have to trust the process. You have to trust what he's doing, but you have to have that faith as well, because there are so many ebbs and flows of life, so many ups and downs. But we have to remain faithful and trust that God sent people, that he has a ram in the bush. And I always say this too, Dr. Sunday, that when people feel like they're stuck, get you a mentor, get you a coach, get you a counselor, an expert that can help them, like people like you. Because just by them listening to this broadcast today, this is going to boost the listening audience morale. Yes, this is boosting our morale by listening, because you are a spiritual catalyst indeed. And you have been ranked as one of the top 100 anesthesiologists in the U.S. Also, you travel the nation instructing others how to take the leap into entrepreneurship and building their dreams and their brands and make money as well. What can you share with the listening audience on how one can reach this momentous feat?
That is amazing. We've kind of touched on it a little bit. The key is, know what you want I mean, I tell people just an easy exercise. Put on